Hello. I'm gonna keep this short since the original was like 11 minutes long. Fantasia has been a project I've been working on for 2 months now, but conceptually it's been around for years. And since the start, it has always had one singular goal, which is to try and capture an RPG feel within the limits of Minecraft without adding too much. I made this video to clarify some questions without having paragraphs in the comments, so... Oh, and also one guy guessed correctly, and yes, I did name this modpack after a Berserk arc. In Fantasia, the gameplay loop is not too different from vanilla Minecraft, though there are things that encourage you to have more freedom and play around with the mechanics. Upon starting a new world, the player is greeted with a character customization screen, and after that, they can choose where they want to spawn and what class they want to start as. Pro tip, you can use the online library to get more clothing and hair options. One of the most apparent changes is that hostile mobs don't just spawn everywhere. They're instead only located in dungeons or certain biomes. Only the pillagers can serve as a threat. But even then, they're usually found in camps and whatnot. A lot of the mechanics are still simple. I think only the smithing mechanic is a bit complicated at first, but everyone does agree that it is cooler. But not everyone has to dabble with smithing. People can buy tools from a toolsmith once the player has sold enough stuff to them, and they can come across tools and weapons at times in their ventures. Inventory management can be an issue for many players. Instead of installing a backpack mod that can be overpowered, I just made use of the sacks from supplementaries. I increased the amount of items you can store in it, but you can only have 2 full sacks. Anymore, you'll struggle to move. Foods can be stored in a basket, allowing quick access to 6 different foods you can bring with you, which also helps a lot since food stacks are reduced. This might be a little controversial. A lot of the changes I did in progression are to slow it down. I have 2 good reasons for this. The first is that the core gameplay loop revolves around the player's freedom, rather than getting stronger and progressing before actually starting to mess around. Players are instead encouraged to go for the playstyle they want immediately. The progression is still there, but I designed it in a way where it feels completely optional to do so, since most of the things you can do are found within the overworld and the nether. The second reason is that most fun servers die down due to progression. A player will instantly get full netherite gear compared to everyone else in iron armor, which just adds a bit of imbalance and perhaps the eventual boredom. To even start the main quest, you have to get to the Steel Age, which means you have to have been mining prior. The first few parts of the main quest essentially tell the player on how to get to the nether. Digging straight down allows you to traverse to the nether. Players can do this at any point in the game. It's not locked behind the requirement. From the main quests, you're also told that you can gather specific materials that will allow you to light up a portal. We'll first ask you a question. What does RPG stand for? Players are encouraged to explore the world, especially since I tried my best to make the world feel immersive and alive. At some point, they can settle somewhere, and if done with multiple people, they can start a small community. But if it's a server with a lot of people, it becomes my dream come true. With the help of the Epic Knights mod, there's a lot of customizability with your armors. Players can put horns on their helmet, a cloak, or most importantly a surcoat that represents a player's banner or faction. And it makes distinct factions possible. And with enough server history, leading factions to declare war over long rivalries, trade rights, border dispute. Oh my god, it's like living in the Holy Roman Empire. This is why I mentioned in the comment that it's more fun in a multiplayer scenario, not only since some playstyles complement other playstyles, which is nice for a small community of players, and can evolve into small factions if the player base grows. Am I not sounding like a fucking nerd yet? And I know I made it seem like multiplayer is the intended way to experience this, but don't worry. I designed this pack with both multiplayer and single player in mind, because A, I'm autistic over medieval history, and B, I don't have any friends. In single player, there's still a lot of things you can do. There's the main questline for starters, but as we all know, this is heavily inspired by the Elder Scrolls, so you can ignore it and just become a lumberjack. Each of the playstyles in multiplayer is still practical in single player. I'm gonna give a few examples. You can become a farmer, which is still profitable in single player. With the riches you've obtained, you can buy decent gear that can allow you to explore the world or eventually increase your status in the village. You can become a thief. You can't steal from villages without having any consequences, which also makes it more fun since you can think of elaborate ways to escape guards. You can become a wandering merchant, going from village to village selling and buying goods, like Beedle from The Legend of Zelda. This sounds boring as a concept, but traveling is kind of fun in the modpack, and having the option alone just adds depth to the gameplay loop itself. You can become a king. I am serious. There's a town building sim built within the Minecraft Comes Alive mod. It's actually kind of cool. You build structures that are needed to progress towards a higher level, and you get a higher status every time you do so. Eventually, you can start taxing your villagers, you greedy ass, and even not mentioning all the playstyles you can come up with. With all the test characters I made, I'm not making any game progress, but I had so much fun just messing around with the features that I've been adding to each small thing that can be turned into a playstyle. So in conclusion, it's a fantasy RPG modpack. It's trying to stay true to the Minecraft experience while expanding upon it, without adding all the tediousness that comes with the average popular modpack. Kind of initially started this project since the amount of modpacks I've seen just adds so many unnecessary things that many players might not even go over. What ticked me off even more is seeing many RPG packs, and halfway through reading them, it mentions so many magic mods that have just been thrown together, and for some reason a technology mod which breaks both the theme and the cohesion of it. I'm not trying to say that this mod pack is better than the rest, I'm just making something that fits better to my taste. I'd also like to thank all of you for supporting this project. I didn't expect many people to be interested in this, especially since the YouTube channel has been dead for quite a while. Even Nekomaster, who influenced some of the changes I made in this mod pack due to the videos he had, actually commented in support of the mod pack. But adding to the fact that I did not expect my mod pack to garner this much attention, and him commenting, I got a bit pressured, but it's kind of on me since I did make a trailer that I thought was cool, but accidentally built hype around it. Whoops. But yeah, thank you for watching. If by popular demand, I might make a simple Discord server so people can be kept up to date and leave detailed suggestions. Goodbye.